And then you have right at 50 something EMCs that provide electrical utilities to rural Georgia. And then you also have an organization called MEAG, which is the Municipal Electrical Association of Georgia. They are actually 52 municipalities in the state of Georgia who actually own their own utilities within their cities. MEAG, Overport Power, and Georgia Power actually collectively together own Plant Vogtle. So Georgia Power does not get all of the power that comes out of Plant Vogtle. Actually, MEAG has a commitment of about 535 megawatts, which they only use 168 for their own purposes, and the rest of it they're actually selling to Alabama Power. So it's a very convoluted process, folks. However, the reason everybody who is on an EMC has a cheaper bill, the EMCs are nonprofits.
Right, yeah.
They do not make a profit. They get to cover their cost. However, they do buy some power from Georgia Power. Actually, I was up in Union County. Up there, their EMC actually buys power from TVA. And so it's a big, different process going on. And those of y'all who are Cobb EMC, God bless you, you're the cheapest in the state. And actually, if you look at the list, y'all are actually the cheapest in the state. And that's going to be my first question is, how the hell does this happen?
Well, why can't we have a choice? Like you can with your gas?
But see, you can't have a choice. It's geographical, and that's the other thing. As far as the EMCs are concerned, Georgia Power, the only thing that they oversee relative to the two of them is jurisdictional disputes. In other words, say if a community was going to grow in size, and it was currently under an EMC map, the Georgia Power said, well, they don't want to serve it, we want to serve it, but the EMC says, no, we want it. So then they would have to come to the PSC, and the PSC would decide who we get that.
So you have no choice.
You have no choice. However, that's not totally true. Where I live at, Amazon built a fulfillment center. Georgia Power is the power company of record right there at the fulfillment center. Jefferson Electric was right across I-20. They let Amazon pay Jefferson Electric to run a line under I-20 to Amazon so that they didn't have to pay the cost reimbursements for Plant Vogtle.
So I have a question. Would you help us fill this slide? That is, how can Public Service Commission become corrupted? One is the campaign contribution. Do you have any other ideas?
Well, it goes even deeper than that, folks. I was reading a thing today that throughout the country with these, there are different political organizations, and what I read today, on an annual basis, they almost take in over $1 billion
So it would be a
contributions.
PACs.
PACs.
Okay,
And
PACs.
they give the Governor's Association and everything else. But then when it comes down to the local level, if you look into it, you look at what the commissioners get in campaign contributions, and then you also look at the legislators, what they get in campaign contributions.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Georgia Power does a very good job of buying influence.
Is there anybody who wants to contribute here? How?
What I would recommend to you is the legislature just makes a law that if you are a regulated entity, you cannot give to an elected official in your state, where you are regulated.
Okay, yeah, that would be, for legislative. Now, but how, right now, how can they get corrupted besides, the PAC?